it ain't really about hip hop no more, man. Hip hop was just one of the tools used against us. It wasn't made illiterate when Public Enemy. It wasn't made illiterate when Heavy D, Brand Nubians, Chubb Rock, Poor Righteous Teachers. You know, the list could go on of all the many varieties of beautiful brothers and sisters that adopted this. It's not like, oh, hip-hop, that's street music. No, that's what the opposition people call it. Oh, it's street and it's urban. Before Boys in the Hood, was we really calling our neighborhood the hood? Was we saying we from the hood? This my block. That's my crew. Oh, I'm from the hood. Oh, I'm from the hood. That's my neighborhood, right? That was LA shit. Like, yo, this is my block. That nigga ain't from my block. I don't know him. So we did that, and now, yo, I'm hood. A ghetto is a German word where Jews and German and poor people lived. How the hell does ghetto get to us and we praise it? We ghetto. We live in the hood. That's my nigga. What up, big dog? That's Lil Baby. That's Lil Kim. Everything about us keep getting diminished and ignorant and meaningless, and we feel, oh, we can say the word nigga because we made it famous. So what about the word faggot? Is they claiming, is the alphabet community claiming the word faggot? Can we say it loosely? That nigga's a faggot. No disrespect, I ain't saying it. I'm making a point that if anybody does the analysis, oh, he keeps saying faggot, I'm not a homosexual, and I don't agree with that lifestyle. So for me to say faggot, I'm being offensive to those people who relate to that word. So now let's change faggot to nigga. Do homosexuals big enough the word faggot? Oh, we own that word. So why the fuck is we owning the word nigga? Oh, we can say it. Dead it all together. Oh, you white, you can't say it. So when you hear a white person say it, what you gonna do? I'm gonna fuck them up. And then you going to jail. The person who reacts to that shit that way is actually a nigga.
You know, this is so interesting because me and my partner was having this conversation, deeply the other day. We have this conversation actually a lot, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I would like to ask you, what is this definition of a nigga? What is a nigga?
The definition of a nigga, to again, we through Richard Pryor and those in the 40s, 50s, and whatever, I guess it goes further back than that, used it as a term of endearment because it was said so much. You feel me? Like if I'm like, yo, big.
Where does it come from?
It comes, I would say, I never really followed the origin. Oh, it's the Niger, it's the people from Niger, and say what the fuck you want. We know what it was meant for. It was a derogatory term about black people, towards black people, by Caucasian people.
But does it come from Niger?
I don't know. I ain't never scienced it. I mean, you give it what you want. You make it to be, oh, well, they was trying to say Niger, but they couldn't pronounce it. Whatever, man. If it was had to do with Niger or
just say if it did come from the word Niger, wouldn't it be a little bit of importance because wouldn't that mean that
no, because
identifying the people?
How it was said to you, again, if I called you a faggot, you're gonna take offense to it, right? Right or wrong?
I couldn't take offense to it because I'm not gay.
If I called somebody a faggot, they would take offense to it, right? They would take offense to it because he think it means gay, right?
Generally, if you said...
So why I'm not calling you a cigarette? Why I'm not calling you a stick?
You're saying it in a negative sense. But as...
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Why am I not calling you a cigarette or a stick?
They used to call people gay people.
Because that's what faggot means. In British, that's where all that shit come from. We speak English. We speak in the Queen's English. In the Queen's English, a faggot is a stick or a cigarette. Hey, you have a fag? Right or wrong? So I'm using it in the proper term. But you take it derogatory. So if Niger is the proper term, when you saying nigga, how is you using it? In a derogatory, right?
So that makes it derogatory because you choose to use it that way?
Because you chose to direct it that way.
But does that make the word derogatory because the person chooses to use it?
Yes.
How?
Because it's how you threw the dart.
But that doesn't make the word derogatory because you chose to give it a derogatory tone. That doesn't make it derogatory.
Pardon. The usage, the utilization of the word made it derogatory. How you used it.
When they said black people, that was used in the derogatory thing when that was originally came out. Black was supposed to mean that we were supposed to represent like dimness and no light and all of that stuff like that. It was that term black was not always used as something that was
because
good.
We are not black people.
Around, yes, but we turned around and took that and we now use it as a term of endearment, and nobody looks at that wrong and use it wrong. It's you. It is not because the word itself. It's not what it was. It's the way they was using it. Another instance of what you would say, just like fat. You have fat, and you would say, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's a fat boy. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could be saying that in a derogatory way to hurt that person. So now the word fat is a derogatory word.
No.
Wait, let me finish. But it's been used in a derogatory sense to everyone that has been overweight for many years.
So, and that's what the word means. What's the non-derogatory meaning for that?
What do you mean?
Fat. Like, yo, that bitch is fat. Like, she's fat. She's obese.
Again, see what you just did?
Right.
You said it in a derogatory way.
Okay.
So, because you said it in a derogatory way, does that make the word derogatory?
Yes. What's the good side of the word?
How?
Okay, so how can I say fat in a good way?
People do it all the time.
How?
Fat Joe, the fat boys.
Were they fat? Were they fat?
Yes, they were fat.
Okay, so it would use.
See it in a negative way.
No, because what happens was.
They didn't put a spin on it in no negative way. I'm fat. I'm proud to be fat. Matter of fact, my name is Fat Joe.
Right. I mean,
fat boys. You
but see, look, hold on, wait. But in Mafia, you got Fat Tony, Skinny Tony.
Same thing. They don't see it in a negative way.
If they were fat, then it's meant for. Now, don't say fat means like not the pretty, hot, and tempting, but how hip hop used it. Like, yo, that shit is fat. Fat means like our shit is heavy. Like, yo, them kicks is fat, yo. Pardon me, because that's how we related to slang. Them kicks is big. Them kicks is dookie. Like, we took dookie. We took retarded. The New York slang, we take off fresh, dope, bow, whack. We take words and we give them life and meaning in a bright tone. We took fat, and there's no fat, P-H-T-A-T, like Russell Fat Farm. Nah, it's still fat, nigga. Don't try to intellectualize some shit. It's fat. Like that nigga got fat laces in his sneakers.
And if someone in their mind see fat in their mind,
Fat Joe wasn't trying to be Fat Joe. He was calling himself Joe the Fat Gangster.
If someone in their mind see fat in a negative way, then yes, it's going to come out in
with the politically correctness now.
Derogatory way, but that doesn't make the word itself derogatory.
Right. No. In that situation, I'm saying no.
Yeah, and at some point, the word, whether you want to say Niger, Negro, nigger, that word was a word that was made up to identify a people. And however it was turned into a negative thing, it was just turned into a negative thing, but it was to identify a certain people.
By who?
Who made the word to
That,
identify?
yeah. Who made the word to identify black people or whatever?
Well, so the word derives from Negro. So it's Negro land in Africa.
Or negro means black in
Exactly.
Latin
So you
Hispanic.
will already know that those were some form of Spaniards that would have identified that body of Africa that these people came from as Negro land. So when they made these maps up, that's the name of that land in Africa, Negro land. Then in Spain, later on in Spain in the future, they named the whole spot in Spain Negro land, from where those same people came from that was staying in Spain. So Negro, we know, like you said, means black. We know that it gets turned into, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because of the term that it says. So it says, oh, those are niggas. And that's where it comes from. And then in America, nigga comes into nigger. You know what I'm saying? But it's all identifying a certain people. Now, it was said to us in a negative way. You are a nigger. But it's said the same way to this day. You are black. People will look at you and say, you black. Does that make black a negative word? Does that make nigger?
It was white people that called us black.
Yes. But that
Because we are not black people. We are not black Americans.
No, but
We are not Afro Americans. None of that
those
shit.
are words still identifying a people.
Right, but we're being identified by the unlike the opposition, and with anything negative, why would I want you to call me a dog? If I spent 40 years striving to be God.
All right, you see, but you're not a dog. So if someone called you a dog, then that is something totally different. But if you are actually a Negro, if you are actually a nigger, if you are actually a nigger, and somebody call you a nigger, why are you being offended by it if technically, if you go to the Google map, if you go to ChatGPT, it's going to kind of tell you that's what you are. You are a nigger. And it's going to tell you that nigger comes from the word Negro. And it's going to break down to you where Negro comes from. It's going to identify that. But that's you, though.
So,
I just think we shouldn't, I think we should identify that what they set out to make bad, what they set out to hurt us, it doesn't, it doesn't have no power on us unless we allow it to have power on us like anything else.
nah. What I see is the nigga, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's not what we calling ourselves. It's what somebody else is calling us, and we're adapting to it.
What should we call ourselves?
We should call ourselves research and science who we are, original people, period.
So then,
Original meaning first origin of all, that which all things originated from.
But where did the
So
word-
original can be origin first, origin, beginning.
Yeah, it's a word.
So, right. So that's what these people who were the first, the beginning, were the origin, originator, original. So even original, like when the lesson man, I'm the original man. It didn't always have the I'm the original black man. That was put in there. The maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. Father of civilization and black man, all that was put in there in the added time. So, but to manifest that, it's the first degree, the knowledge degree, student enrollment. It's the origin of student enrollment and 120 degrees lessons.
Peace, what's going on? It's the God King's son. You know, we up there in the lab, we're getting the inside look with my man E Boogie. 50 years of hip hop anniversary. That's what it is. Peace.
Yo, it ain't about the clothes or the jewels or the cars. It ain't about the bitches or the liquors in the bars. It ain't about the swag, it ain't about the floss. It's about getting the bag and becoming the boss. Wherever there's gain, best believe there's a loss. So either pay attention or else pay the cost. You could get high on whatever that please you. You might need weed, but where that's gonna lead you. Being transparent don't even mean you see through. I don't smoke weed, cause I really don't need to. And I put the drink down, cause it's time to think now. Paper makes paper only when you put the ink down. Rap is a young man's game. This is hip hop. You don't need to know my name. I don't TikTok, doing goofy shit to get a laugh or a like. I'm the God and I only speak math on the mic.
Top bullies, the boulders, kick them in the shoulders, mush them down the mountain, shitting while they shouting. Gangsters on the gully shit. Call a fine hoe, a ugly bitch, survive a crash landing on some sully shit. You on a dolo mobile, doing popo promo, snatching all your GoPros, throwing solo bolos. 60-second check-in session, you own it. 1 minute to the limit, just a mash you moment. X them out, mess them up, hot out and LBX's rub. Dress them up with extra stuff, bless him brother, X them up. Coastal different, social distance, next to you. Scratch a record, burn a fader, Terminator, eczema. Cat got your tongue cause the dog's on your ass. Don't switch like a bitch, less the thongs on your ass. From Jersey, forgot about it, head of the panel. Play yourself, find yourself in a soprano piano.